mediocreness.
And that is kind of the thing that really has irritated me about Bethesda games a lot lately. That they're trying really hard to get a wider audience in and kind of not giving anything to the kind of person who actually likes that kind of game. Like, for example, before the Wastelanders DLC for Fallout 76, the storytelling that went on inside Fallout 76 was pretty basic, to say the least. It barely did anything around a story. It was just kind of, oh, there's some dead people with unfinished business. How about I go finish it? Da 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 da. And I've now been magically bestowed with gifts from the dead people. Because that makes sense, right? It just seemed so bizarre. The storytelling has improved a lot with 76, with the Wastelanders DLC, but it's not even close to being on New Vegas levels of storytelling. And a lot of the stories, or at least a good chunk of the stories, are inspired by stuff from earlier Fallout games. Because I'm pretty sure there was a quest that was just taken wholesale from Fallout 2. Spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, just mute the stream for the next couple minutes. BG, could you send a message in chat when I'm done with waxing lyrical on this?
All right.
So, what the story goes in this particular mission is, towards the end of the game in Fallout 2, you have to break into a bunker. I can't remember the name of the bunker precisely, but no, it's a bunker. It's a bunker that held basically did research with brains, and you have to make a robo brain in the lowest levels of this bunker. You basically have to pick a brain out of storage and stick it into the robo brain to get it to work. And, well, that whole quest gets repeated again in Fallout 76, where you have to pick a brain from a bunch of different people inside, I believe, Robco. There's a whole unethical story behind why they have brains there in the first place. But the whole deal with that is you need them to basically access the system and get past some turrets. Pardon. So they just took this quest where where you have to make a robo brain and just transplant it into 76 and somehow took out all of the nuance and interesting stuff out of it. Because there were some quite insane checks that you needed to make in the Fallout 2 version. Pretty much most of it is really difficult to get the optimal outcome. And you pretty much have to have spec'd into getting that outcome from the beginning to actually get access to it when you get to it. So they took the quest and did it worse, which is kind of sad. When somehow you manage to make less of a good story than Fallout 2, something which most people agree did a worse job at being a Fallout game than the original Fallout did, even though it was made by the same people. That being said, actually, BG, you can now tell them that you can rejoin.
Right.
This is taking a while. Come on, load. So, as I was saying, so Fallout 2 is still a good Fallout game in my opinion, but it was weaker than the first Fallout game. Man, this loading screen is really long. Enjoying that image of a stealth boy? Come on, just fucking load already.
I am quite fond of the new Stealth Boy design,
I think it looks cool, yeah.
especially compared to the old one. That was this half glow with a little radar dish on it. I like the satchel look.
I would argue this is probably an earlier design of a stealth boy, because the more modern design, the more traditional one, I think is cool as well in its own right.
Hmm.
This has just not been my stream today. I think this is just kind of broken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's just kind of hanging. All right, give me a minute. I will try and sort this and try and get back to where we were. Hope people can still see the stream.
Currently, is a black screen. I'll let you know.
All right, and it crashed.
Well, we see the starting. Oh, well, we can see the game.
Let's try that again. I am so sorry, people. This has not been a very good stream.
We haven't been streaking very well.
And I do hope you're not bored of my waxing lyrical today, because Papa Gallant just wants to talk about shit.
No worries.
Are you being serious, game? Okay. This has just not been a good day. This is being a very bad day. It's being all the bad things today. Can people hear me still? Is everything coming through fine? Maybe? Possibly?
Yep, it's visible on stream.
Alright, as long as it's, working. Let's hope that this does what it's supposed to do now. Hey, this is a good sign. It's a good sign. Might actually load. Might not, but here's where I get my hopes up and dash them myself. Can I just point out how kind of silly the cryolator is as a gun?
Yep.
Like,
See you later, cry later.
this gun has no reason to work.
But it's cool.
I mean, yes, it is, and no, it isn't at the same time. Here's the business end. But yeah, this is I mean, it looks cool, but a gun like this just doesn't really work because it would be just as much of a danger to the user as it is to anyone on the business end of it. Because keeping materials like this basically in sub-zero temperatures basically means that they're likely.
See if they can get their trains on time.
Please don't hang on the dog. He's a good boy. He didn't want to cause this.
What an adorable boy.
Dog meat is a good boy. How can you look at their face and not say, you're a good boy?
Yeah, and that's why I always go for the default dog meat skin. No Creation Club reskins of dog meat for me. Thank you very much.